guys see me?
Anu, go ahead, Anu.
Can you guys see me or not?
Are we zooming what?
Can you guys see my picture?
No,
Can you
there's nothing there. It's dark.
That's weird because I have the my camera is being blocked somehow.
Check your settings to make sure that you're able to check your settings that you're able to. Okay, I don't know if anyone can see my screen here. Let me share my screen. Okay, this is it. So you go to settings, and then you go to did it earlier today. Settings, then you go to is it on this one? Colors. Okay, so go to settings, you pick in color, choose the color, and when you click on colors, can you see that, Aferti? Colors?
I'm going on it right now, Marco. I was just dropping these screens.
So do you do color settings?
Yes.
Batteries, and printer,
There's
Getting too much blue light off the computers.
accessibility. Yes, that was that video.
So what color do we pick?
Red.
I don't have anything that says colors.
No, go to settings.
Yeah, I'm in settings and system preferences. I'm in the Mac.
Or go back into where it says the bottom left on your computer over here, and type in colors here.
Okay.
And then once you type in colors, it'll bring you here. Food's on the altar. So
yep, we got it. Okay. Let's go to red.
See it there. So choose your color. You put this as dark. And then choose your accent color, red. Or well, not the accent color, pardon me, the Windows colors, red. And then you can click on start taskbar and this bar and window, the bar and window borders. Check that off. See that?
No, I'm still trying to find red right now. I'll be with you in a sec.
Well, I'm recording this, so so this is being recorded. After you've done that, then you click on themes. And then when you're in themes, you go to color, you go to, okay, that's the background, you go to color.
I got color LCD. I got that in the profile now. Is that right?
Say that again.
I have color. I found color. I went to customize and it says color LCD and customize.
No, customize is if you're trying to mix colors.
Oh, okay.
That's all you're doing. So once that's done, you make sure it's dark and then you save this.
Where do you choose dark from?
This is under themes.
Oh, under themes. Okay.
Yeah, you have to save it. Once you save it, then that's it. Every time you open your computer up, like as you can see, my bars here are all red.
Right.
Do you choose the dark mode?
Pardon?
You said something about dark. Is that do you choose the mode as dark?
Yeah, the back it should be dark.
Accent is red.
When you go to colors, see it says choose your color, dark. And then choose the Windows color, red. Overstood? So we'll go into that after the celebration, but I wanted to do this first and bring it to everyone's attention because this explains we're getting too much blue light off the cell phones and off of the computers. So we have to change it. I did that for Sa and in her word, and immediately she felt the difference. Not like a pressure on the eye. That's coming from the blue light, and that was that video that someone had shared. regarding that this is how Las Vegas is good because they're using blue lights, and that's making people suggestible to spending more money. Then they said give them free alcohol, and they were losing the money fast. So they're using light control people. All right.
I'm in it now, Marco. I got it. I got the red, and I'm in appearance. That's what it was in. So I highlight color red. Is that what you said? That's
No, not highlight color. Windows color is red.
okay. Windows colors red.
And then what's the dark theme?
So let's get started here. I could go through that with you after we celebrate. So what I want to do here is
All right.
much appreciated. All right, Temt-Ta. Abdur Kull Shaayuaat Saamus pa Temt-Ta. Rawadi la entity. This is At-Sik-Hata, Nation of Yamassee-Moors, celebrating the Tamarean New Year. Looks like the youth shall overtake. So we're going to get started. X-Men, you wanted to do the Ist-Bas. So I'm going to put you on the floor for Ist-Bas, and you can proceed.
Temt-Ta, the master, what is Nanya, illa entity, I bow to the divinity in you and salvation unto you all. Greetings, I am Haru Agir An, a white male talking of Blackfoot Creek Choctaw descent. It's an honor to offer my tone of utterance for this Tamarean New Year celebration. I will be saying my Ist-Bas, the consideration. Temt-Ta, Abdur Kull Shaayuaat Saamus by Temt-Ta. Hassa Fipa Ren Shield by Temt-Ta. Inen Athakul Fi Ist-Bas Shield by Temt-Ta. Waku Ist-Bas Shield by Temt-Ta. Kalum Karna. Hassa Inen Atha Wahed Kar by Temt-Ta. Wahassa by Temt-Ta. Kalum Wahed Karna. Hassa Inen Atha Kudik Atagua Kar by Temt-Ta. Wahassa Inen Atagua Kalum Likawun Kar by Temt-Ta. Hassa Inen Atha Najukmu Kar by Temt-Ta. Wahassa by Temt-Ta Kalum Najukmu Karna. Hassa Inen Atha Da'iman Kar by Temt-Ta. Wahassa by Temt-Ta Kalum Da'iman Karna. Hassa by Temt-Ta Kalum Inen Atha. Hassa by Temt-Ta Yaku Inen Akelua. Hassa by Temt-Ta Dora Inen Apelua. Amun Ray. Now in the name of the all. Now in the name of the all. Now we are in the consideration. Now all consideration is with us. Now we are one with the all, and now the all is one with us. Now we are all we need with the all, and now all we need is for being with the all. Now we are successful with the all, and now the all is successful with us. Now we are always with the all, and now the all is always with us. Now the all is, we are. Now the all can, we can. Now the all does, we do. Amun, right? Let it be remembered always. Let it be known. No. Hashukadu.
Tawahaja Katur Yuhuel. Katur Hamuta Jed Katur. All white. Next is Nitter Nafu. Where is Nitter Nafu? All white Nitter Nafu. Go right ahead. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, wrong. Is that? Okay, there you are. Okay, go ahead. Oh, you gotta turn your mic on. Oh, hold on a second. Can't hear you. Okay, try it now. You should be able to unmute.
Great, Zoom. Greetings to all. Welcome to the At-Sik-Hata Nation of Yamassee-Moors 79th Tamarian New Year celebration. My name is Netanyahu, copyright trademark. I am a white Autochthon, Yamassee, Blackfoot descent. With the read from the Coming Forth by Day by Netir-Atum Rey, scroll 35. In the bliss and holy name of the great Netir-Usir, son of Geb and Nut, children of the majestic Amun Rey. 133. Writings for making a car worthy to be recited the first of the month. 1. Father Rey appeared in his horizon. His Aned's 9 Nethru follow him after him. 2. The Nethru issued from the secret place. 3. And trembling falls on the eastern horizon of the Elu sky above at the voice of Mother Nut. 4. She clears way for Father Rey before the oldest one, Father Noon, who turned about. 5. Raise yourself, O Father Rey, who are in your shrine. 6. That you may lap up the breeze. 7. May you swallow the north wind. 8. May you kiss Mother Ma'at. 9. May you divide your sweet. 10. May you sail the sacred bark. 11. To the Lord Elu, sky above. 12. May the elders run to and fro at your voice. 13. May you reckon up your bones. 14. May you gather your members together. 15. To turn your face towards the beautiful west. 16. May you return anew every daylight. 17. For are the golden images which bear the likeness of the sun disk. 18. The Elu sky above being possessed with trembling at the reoccurrence every daylight. 19. The horizon is joyful, and there is acclamation within your bounds. 20. As for the Neteru, who are in the Elu sky above, who behold Ani describe. 21. They have offered up praises as though to Father Rey. 22. For Ani described is the great one. 23. Who seeks out the Waret crown, the white crown of Upper Alchem of Father Rey. 24. And reckon up his needs. 25. Ani described as one alone, who affairs flourish. 26. In the first company of those who are in the presence of Father Rey. 27. Ani described is fit on planet Earth and in the Netir domain. 28. Ani describes sound like Father Rey every day. 29. Ani described will run and will not tire in this land forever. 30. How happy are those who see with their eyes. 31. And who hear truth with their ears as Father Rey. 32.
and who joins the order and suite of Father Noon. 33. Ani, the scribe, will not tell what he has seen. 34. Nor will he repeat what he heard of the secret matters, and in there is accumulation of Ani, the scribe. 35. The nectar's body of Father Ra crosses the primordial waters. 36. Among those who perpetuate with the will of the Neteru. 37. With what he has desired. 38. And Ani, the scribe, is a falcon whose shape is great. 39. To be spoken over the sacred bark of 4 cubits. 40. Length made of pieces of malachite, green material. 41. And having upon it the tribunal of the gnomes. 42. There shall be made Elu, the sky above, with stars, purified with natron and incense. 43. Make an image of Father Ray with orch in the new bowl place in front of the bark. 44. And put an image of the Ka, spirit self, etheric double. 45. Which you desire to be made worthy within this bark. 46. It means that he will desire to be made worthy within the bark. 47. It means that he will sail. 48. In the bark of Father Ray. 49. And that he himself will see him in it. 50. This car will be deemed worthy. 51. In the heart of Father Ray. 52. He will be caused to have power over the Enids, the 9 Neterus. 53. And they will be with him. 57. The Neteru will see him as one of themselves. The dead will see him. 55. And they will fall on their face. 56. When he is seen in the realm of the dead. 57. By means of the rays of the sun. Amun Ray.
At Zoom, Jed Couture, Tawahat Jed Couture Niternafu.
Tawahat Marku.
Next up is Affairty. This is the introduction before we start our celebration. So everyone just hold on 1 second, please.
Calendar. It's the first day of January. Right? Turn right. So
Can't play that.
first day.
Which predates the Gregorian calendar by 40,000 years. The season of inundation, the flood season, was the first season of the new civil Egyptian calendar. It began August 15th, after the intercalary month of days of the and before the season of the emergence. In the Coptic and Egyptian calendars, the flood season was and still is dedicated to Temt-TaBegin, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom. Celebrated on September 10th around the world in honor of my ancestors, the
CelebratesTamare for that, Elder Affairty. Much appreciated. So for all that want to see, here's the Elder Affairty. Much appreciated. Let me see here. I'm just navigating. There we go. So I just wanted to give you honors for that, Elder. So you did a lot of work putting that together.
When everybody gets, I'll send everybody a copy of the audio, and they can play it through their, through their systems and get a chance to go through it again.
Much appreciated.
Shaayuaat Maku for everything. Much appreciated.
Nanya. All right, so next on our event agenda is myself, Chief Nanya of the At-Sik-Hata Nation of Yamassee-Moors. Number 4, I'm explaining why we are celebrating the Tamare New Year. We're doing this to establish, well, not so much establish, we're really doing this to solidify the connection that we have with ancient Tamare, not only in Africa, but also here. And one thing I find interesting is a lot of the so-called Egyptologists, they don't celebrate Tamare New Year. Now, we did get some food today from an Egyptian restaurant here, and the woman was like, you're celebrating that? She's like, are you Christian? She said, well, the Copts are the ones that celebrate the New Year. And those of us know, where did Jesus go to? Egypt. So I found that very interesting. Very interesting. However, the Egyptian and the Ethiopian calendars are the correct calendars. So this is why we're celebrating Tamare New Year, to connect to that energy, to solidify that energy, to assist and guide us in everything we do in our lives. And since this is what other scientists and people who are in the tech industry are trying to do, they're using our old knowledge, ancient wisdom, and they are utilizing it to their advantage and keeping people ignorant. So by us doing this, we're proving and showing that we are the ancient Tamarans today. And with that, I will pass. We're going into agenda item number 5. My mate, At-Sik-Hata is going to be showing some of the Tamarean poses.
Shaayuaat, thank you for being here, joining us. I am At-Sik-Hata, white female of Nanya, Panamanian descent. And I just wanted to do this portion because just even a minute ago, Chief asked to take my picture, and everything I've been practicing just went out the window. I really want us white Autochthons, when it's time to take a picture, that we can really strike a real pose. So I'm gonna go through these to a way that are, to words that are pretty familiar. You know how they say, talk to the hand. So you stick out your right arm far with your palm straight up like that. Talk to the hand while you serve this platter of food up high with the left hand. So this is one pose that we can see everything. And you keep your head facing your right hand. So I'm just gonna hold it and give you a chance to hold it. Get some muscle memory. Talk to the hand. Look at it while you serve a platter of food. all of these poses represent greetings or offerings. So they're appropriate at any time. Now, the next position, you simply open up your right hand forward. So it's the same thing. Head to the right, serving up the platter, but your hand is facing forward. Then you can easily switch into the next position, which is putting your hand open and bringing this hand into the same position as it. Just two open hands, all still while facing the right. So I'll go through that one more time. Talk to the hand while you serve a platter of food. Then you turn your right hand open. Then you have palms up and left hand to palm up position as well, right in front of your chest. Then you move everything this way with straight hands, like straight hands. And you face the left this time. Then pow pow, gunshots fired. You take your fingers like this and just raise that left hand. So just trying to say some memorable things to jar your memory when it's time to get into those positions. Talk to the hand while you serve a platter of food. Open palm facing forward. Facing up palm, bring the left hand into the same position. Then go the other way with straight hands. And pop out. Shots fired. I don't know why I like to say that. But yes. Okay. Now, if you have some accessories, there's some other poses that you can do. So you can have any staff in your right hand and have it to your right where you look at it while you take an ankh and hold it up like this with your left arm. Am I in frame? Can you see how I'm doing that?
Two up. You're in frame.
So that's if you happen to have any kind of staff, ankh, or any kind of amulet that you want to have in a picture. You can do this. It looks a little awkward, but this is what it is. Now, if you don't have a staff to hold in your right hand, what you do is just pretend you're holding the staff with the left hand. And your right arm is just hanging at the side, but you're pretending like you're holding a staff with the left hand and look toward the left. Okay. This is also a position that you can do to show praise or offering. So it's almost like you're holding up a platter once again to serve. So both hands are going in the same direction, which is pointing to your back right side. And the head is looking toward the left. Right? And then if you happen to have a crook and flail, and is this something mostly for men to use?
Or half shaayuaat.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Because the pictures I got this from, these have the male. So you hold the crook in this hand, the flail in this hand, and you cross right over left. The towel hat. So the hook is facing inward too. Hook facing toward you. Flail in left hand, right hand over left hand. Arm, right arm over left arm. That's everything. So I trust that was helpful. Let me know in the chat. It's my pleasure, and I'm gonna do my best to remember to do the next time I take a picture.
Oh, my town hat, Jake Couture saw for that. Much
Yeah.
appreciated. So, those poses are our poses.
Yeah.
So, when you see people doing that, that's, again, imitating us. And for those that didn't know, my lineage is Carib, which is Garifuna, and Tamarean, white Autochthon. So now, on to agenda item number 6, I'm going to briefly speak from the book written by Malachi Z. called Ancient Egypt and the Pharaohs. Now, one of the things that has been happening that everyone is aware of on they're aware of on the internet is we see a lot of these battles going on between Arabs over in the east and Egyptologists with the imagery that they put out. And then there's always a complaint. They said, oh, Africans are trying to paint something that isn't there. Meanwhile, there's Arabs that really know the Nubians south are the ones who built the pyramids. So this is, again, a point that we have to claim our heritage regardless where it may be, because that is us. So on page 179 from Egypt and the Pharaohs, question, were these deities such as Amun-Re real or symbolic? Answer, these beings are human deities that are your descendants, ancient Egyptians. They're not spooks, ghosts, or apparitions. Aaron, who later became Amun, who later became known as Amun-Re, is not the actual sun itself, which is 93 million miles from the planet Earth. Amun, who is also called Amen, Amon, Amun, Nui, Amin, and Al-Mu'min, is still being worshipped today by Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. All of their prayers end with the name Amen, meaning faith. Right in Revelation chapter 3, verse 14, and I quote, and unto the angel of the church in Laodiceans, write these things, saith the Amen, the faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation. They have the word God there. The word used in the above quote in the Greek language is amen, meaning trustworthy, which is a derivative from the Aramaic Hebrew root word almain, meaning to be faithful, trust. This is in Numbers chapter 5, verse 22. And in the Ashuric, Syriac, Arabic language, amin, amen, or amin, meaning faithful in the Quran chapter 23, verse 1. Which is the name said at the end of each prayer in Christianity and Islamic religions. Thus, the believer in the Islamic faith are called mu'min, and when they refer to the Most High as Amen, they use the sixth attribute, al-mu'min, meaning the faithful. So as you can see, all of these religions link right back to Egypt. and therefore all commerce, all contracts, science, technology, chemistry, algebra, math, all comes back to ancient Tamare. So these are the things that is necessary for us to accept, realize, and challenge, because it is an industry over there in what they call Egypt. So they're putting out an image for people to keep coming back there, and it's billions of dollars. As soon as they find out, or they have to acknowledge that the original Tamarians are dark, all of a sudden, that's it, their industry is over. So they have a vested interest to keep lying. All white. With that, what do we got for time? We still got, we got another hour. Because it's 1:47, it's 3. Oh, yeah. So we got another hour, 15 minutes. I'm just keeping track of everything. 7. Members of At-Sik-Hata Nation members speak about the different deities of Tamare. So, the email, okay, so I'll make you host, and then you can go through, I'll be the last one, so everyone else, just let me, hold on a second, I'm gonna make Saw the host here. Oh, you're going first? I'm gonna go last. I was gonna make you both pick whoever to go first. Okay. So let me go into At-Sik-Hata, because I don't think I'm in. Just give me a second. One. So it's a good thing we've got plenty of time, so no one should feel rushed. Okay, and where is yours? Is that it here? Okay. Okay, so I have it here on the screen. Can you see, can everyone see that? Well, it's a Word file. I can just download it. This way, it'll open up a lot better. This way, it won't get cut off or anything. There we go. So I'm opening it up now. Oh wait, so everyone can see. I can drop this. There we go. I'll move it over so it's bigger if you need me to.
Yeah, just the images.
Oh, go ahead.
Shaayuaat again, Ela entity. I just want to thank Anu for having this great idea for us to do this project. It's gave me some new information, or maybe I just forgot over the years, but it helped create a major shift in me. And when we were having our At-Sik-Hata meeting and we were all selecting who wanted who, it just felt very vibrant and alive and connected, that we're all connecting with the different deities and to be claiming them like that. So every Autochthon in At-Sik-Hata, I'm sure, had to have felt that same way. I'm just going to put that out there. So to get into my summary report on the deity that I chose, which is Taweret, see her, know her. This is Taweret, a female deity in ancient Tamare. Taweret has the body of a hippo, the legs of a lion, and the face of a crocodile. Her name means the Great One in Egyptian, reflecting her important role in the pantheon. Despite her fearsome look, Taweret is considered a kind and protective deity. Her face was intended to scare away evil spirits and protect those under her care, making her a deeply positive figure in the households of ancient Egypt. Taweret was a household goddess, worshipped by everyday people for her protective qualities. She was a god of the people, with no real state cult or temple, but plenty of believers. Taweret is primarily known as the goddess of childbirth and fertility. She was believed to protect women during pregnancy and childbirth, ensuring the safety of both mother and child. Almost every home, especially one with young children or an expectant mother, would have had an amulet or a figurine or a feeding cup with her likeness, and a magician priest might have drawn a circle in the sand around a woman in labor, or a sleeping child with an ivory wand made from hippopotamus tusk. She was the god you turned to when your body, like that of Taweret herself, became rounded and full of fragile promise when life was at stake. As you can see from her elongated breasts, which comes from years of breastfeeding, and her pregnant-looking belly, that she represents motherhood and the protection of children. Taweret was one of the most widely venerated gods in ancient Egypt, where the three animals that make up her look were considered the most ferocious in the kingdom, especially when their young were threatened. In one of her greatest legends, Taweret showed what she was made of. Osiris, king of Egypt, had been slain and dismembered by his brother Seth. And when Osiris's son, Horus, rose to power, Seth sought to kill him too. But Taweret would have none of it. She held Seth down so Horus could take him out. In the very ancient days of ancient Egypt, priests suggested that Horus and Seth were sharing power in a kind of eternal battle. But as the cult of Horus became ascendant, the story changed. Horus triumphed over Seth. For a time, hippos were simply that admired and feared, which eventually worked against them in real life. Pharaohs, like all autocrats, were perpetually out to prove their ultimate power. And as the hippo was the most fearsome animal in their land, to slay one or dozens was to be even more powerful, the most powerful. And so the pharaohs waded into the wetlands of the Nile with assistants who would harpoon the animals again and again until a thrashing hippo opened its mouth to reveal its tusks and its most vulnerable area. The hippo is extinct now in Egypt, the result of hunting, but also agriculture and industry and climate change, which has dried Egypt considerably in the 5,000 years or so since hippo gods began showing up on amulets. The lion, too, once roamed Egypt, a couple different species, in fact. Both are now extinct there. In fact, of the 37 large mammal species that once roamed Egypt, including rhinos and leopards and giraffes, only 8 remain. The crocodile is the only surviving aspect of Taweret. Taweret could save the children of thousands of humans, it seems, and the child of Egypt's godly ruler. But the pharaohs and humans could not save Taweret from themselves. That concludes my summary. Let's see. Did Chief make me host? Nope. Hold on. Yeah.
Shaayuaat, stop for that. Shaayuaat, take it to us off for that report. And you're gonna be host. Who's next?
Why do I need to be host?
For the,
Who's gonna?
No.
Oh, no problem. All right, so I will go last, and I will go to. So Shaayuaat for your report, Sa.
Nanya.
Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna go in order of who said who's in first. Oh yeah, Anu. Okay, Anu. So this is Anu's. Where is Anu? Okay, go ahead, Anu.
Shaayuaat.
Rawat.
All right. Abdur Kull, Shaayuaat, Saamus, Temt-Ta. Go to begin all things, begin all things by first using the all for our Tamaranian New Year event on Gregorian calendar date, September 10th, 2024 in brackets. Sekhmet. Sekhmet in the realm of ancient Egyptian spiritual systems was the destroyer of enemies of Re. She was also referred to as the Eye of Re. Goddesses played a pivotal role in shaping the beliefs and practices and daily lives of the Egyptians. Sekhmet emerges as a figure of awe and reverence, embodying the fierce and formidable aspects of divine power. As the goddess of war, destruction, healing, and protection, Sekhmet occupied a most unique engagement in the Egyptian pantheon, reflecting the intricate and paradoxical nature of the deities and the universe they inhabited. The worship of the deity Sekhmet treks back to the early periods of ancient Egyptian Our story. There is evidence of her following found in the Old Kingdom, 2686-2181 before Christian era. However, her elevation and authority apexed during the New Kingdom, 1550 to 1069 before Christian era, particularly during the reign of Amenhotep III, 1338 through 1351 before Christian era of the 18th dynasty. During this time, Amenhotep III implemented the construction of hundreds of statues of Sekhmet. Many were placed in his mortuary temple on the west bank of Thebes, which is modern-day Luxor. The statues often depict Sekhmet seated or standing, holding the ankh and scepter, and were believed to embody the empress's power and provided protection for the pharaoh in the spirit world. The strong following of Sekhmet continued throughout the later times of Egyptian Our story, with her worship persisting into the Ptolemaic 332 to 30 before Christian era and Roman 30 before Christian era and 395 after Christian era. During this time, Sekhmet was often syncretized with other deities such as Hathor and Mut, reflecting the dynamic, evolving nature of ancient spiritual systems of the Egyptian peoples. Archaeological evidence of the worshiping of Sekhmet can be confirmed by one of the most significant sites is the temple complex of Karnak in Thebes, where statues and reliefs depicting the deity can be found. The temple of Mut, also located in Karnak, consists of a significant number of Sekhmet statues that highlight her close association with Mut, the consort of the deity Amun. As the deity of healing, Sekhmet was closely associated with the ancient practice of Egyptian medicine. Priests and priestesses were believed to possess knowledge of magic spells, rituals, and herbal remedies that could cure diseases and protect against various ailments. One of the most significant medical papyri from ancient Egypt, the Ebers Papyrus, circa 1550 before Christian era, contains numerous references to Sekhmet and her healing powers. The papyrus includes a variety of spells, incantations, and prescriptions invoking the deity's name and seeking her intervention in the treatment of diseases. Now with the spirit of our ancestors. Amun, Re, Amun, Re, Amun, Re.
Zoom, Tao had for that, Anu. That was very great. That was insightful. Very insightful. And now we're going to go over who is next. Is there anyone else that did one? Looks like there's just. Yeah, I'm in At-Sik-Hata, and I see Anu's here. I see yours here. This is mine. I don't see anyone else. Off the play, go ahead.
I sent one to you, Chief, in Tafolat.
Oh, that's why you're supposed to send it to
Yeah, to
At-Sik-Hata. Let's see here. Okay, so I see yours and I see Verity's. All right, so much appreciated. So I'll do you first, Top. I will. You'll go now, and then Verity will go afterward. So go right ahead. Oh, you gotta turn your mic back on.
all right, all right. Greetings, everyone.
All right.
All right. Anpu, an Egyptian deity known by his descendants, was stolen, plagiarized by the Greeks, and named Anubis. The Tamahu took our ancestor, the dog deity, turned it around from dog to god, Theos, and they have been worshiping a perverted form of our ancestors, who is protector and remover of souls. All of the Greeks' gods are stolen indigenous people. All of the Greeks' gods are stolen indigenous people from the people descent. Tamahu blackwashes images to supplant their story in our culture to usurp our autochthonous culture that predates theirs, all done through racism, leper supremacy by our plenipotentiary. Dog Saluki dog or jackal dog is the judgment to or amulet. Most images today display him kneeling with an ostrich feather is represented as ma'at, justice and order. This ma'at is seen being weighed against the heart, whereas the heart must weigh less than ma'at to continue its journey. Present of life, forth by day, receiver Atum Amanubi. There's an image of Anupu who is also Nudamut, known as Enki, the angel of death. And he was given charge to take the souls of Adamites and the seed of Enochites. Whereas there is life, Anpu is there. It is Anupu and Anpu, Enki, and his priesthood who performs the rites of transferring from this world to the next, aligning them with what is known today as performing mortuary service, prepared for the soul for its safe journey. In El Gadus Lohat on page 920 to 924 by the receiver Atum Ray, chapter 10, tablet 29, 19 times 3 equals 57, it speaks to us of death. It explains what Anupu, or the angel of death, Anupu is charged with doing. Tablet 30, 19 times 3 equals 57. The angel of death is Raphael, known as Enki, and it confirms the previous chapter. It appears to me that the Tamahu wants to be in grace with our ancestors, but Anpu makes it clear in tablet 30 of their fate. Kashuk Gudor.
Atum Tawa Adjective for that. Asapoya. Next up will be a Verity. Where is a Verity? Where is a Verity? I'm not seeing him. Okay, so something must have happened to a Verity. Oh, there. Okay, so that's why I should be screwing up. Okay. A Verity, are you there?
But my screen went black.
Oh, okay. Went
Hold
dark.
on a second. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right, so I'm going to pull yours up now. White, go ahead.
Hasa Yinanatha Kulfi Istaba Shil Patimta. Greetings. I'm Afredi Matamunriel, elder patience and perseverance with the At-Sik-Hata nation. I am honored to be here today celebrating our Tamarian New Year. The deity that I'm speaking on today is Bez. Bez, the deity of music, merriment, which is entertainment, which is also entertainment, and also childbirth. Let me begin. Bez, the deity of music, merriment, which is entertainment, and also childbirth. He is thought to be the protector of the children. He was often depicted in bedrooms of ancient Egyptians, households, and this was also depicted with Horus. With Horus, and stories suggested that he protected the young. And also, he was assigned to protect evil, protect him from the evil of his uncle Set. Below some pictures of Bez. Images of Bez. And to make up for my stuttering, I just have this everything's going on here with this pollen. I'm going to show you when you call out Bez. The prostate. Can everybody see me? Can everybody see me?
Can now.
Much appreciated. Prostate. We go down. Put our hands up. Bez, the protector. And you can go each way. Bez, the protector. Just come back to position. And that is it for my presentation. Thank you very much. Cool.
Now, for that ability at Zoom. Our hat. I guess that is it. Let me just check top left to make sure nobody sent me something there. All right, that's it. So I'm the last one. All right, so my one here is all right, my report was on Ray. Temt-Ta, Abdur Shaayuaat biwa Saamus Temt-Ta. Ray was the great solar god of Heliopolis, city of the sun. Heliopolis was the ancient city of Anu, An or On, before the Greeks named it Heliopolis. You will find these names On or Anu in Genesis chapter 41, verse 45 of the Bible, where Joseph, son of Jacob and Rachel, was to marry his Egyptian wife, Asenath. who was the daughter of the high priest of On. The word Re or Ra was first applied to the sun by the Tamareans, Egyptians, and meant creator, because without the sun, everything would cease to exist. The name Re, people like to say Ra, later became the name of the deity. He was the visible emblem of the Most High, Anu, and was regarded as the head Yahweh who came down to earth and to whom offerings and sacrifices were made daily. Heliopolis was Re's main center. It was here in Heliopolis, his priest declared that he had first become manifest. Visitors were shown the precise spot where he entered into existence, and it was where he entered into existence. And it was here that the primal heel stood. The position on the hill was commemorated by the erection of a huge taken, later renamed obelisk by the Greeks. From page 180 of the book, Ancient Egypt and the Pharaohs by Nanya Malachi Zodok York L. That's where I got this information from. The second is Re. He has many forms. One that was most important was the one where he seen with a falcon head wearing a solar disk and Uraeus. Ra's origins was laid in the waters of noon, having his eyes and mouth shut after becoming tired of his inactivity. He climbed from the darkness, showing himself in all his glory as the sun. He is also a creator deity from which the deities that make up the Ininad came into being from his sweat and tears. And this is from the Coming Forth by Day, the Book of the Dead, inscribed by Dr. Malachi Zeyor-ptian on page 50. That's the Roman numeral L, that's for 50. Re, the true dark existence in which all light, chaos, was born, and this radiation formed a rapidly expanding sphere called the primordial fireball. The symbol of the iris of Re, the ball of fire as the eye opened from the world of supreme balancement, darkness, to let in the light to create the images. This is the symbol of the sun with rays, or the eye of Re. This is the birth of your son. And this is answers 300 and 331 from the book called The Sacred Records of Nachir Aferti at Atun Re, Amun Nubi Ruach Ta. And here are some pictures of Re. Offerings given to him on the left, him sitting on his throne, him standing, and this is the Tekken, and this is the actual Tekken in Heliopolis. They're calling it Cairo now, so they took it from there. And that is it for this. Let me just check something here. All right, everybody is enjoying it. Appreciate everybody coming in. Those who came in, don't worry, we have the replay, so you'll be able to catch the replay. So on to agenda number 8. So now this is open to everybody to please express their connection to Tamare. We start with those in At-Sik-Hata first, and then everyone else who RSVP. So go ahead, click on the toggle button, and then go ahead and speak. What are we looking at for time? Oh, right, we're just right on time. Okay, go ahead.
Sure.
Oh, nobody has comment about their connection? Yes, we're on number 8. Yeah. Oh, all right, go right ahead. Let me get put your mic on. All right, go ahead, Sa.
I'm Tara, you entertain once again. My connection to Tamare came from my father, who went and visited Egypt. His high school graduating class got together and went out there for a month when I was about 11 years old. And he came back with a lot of souvenirs, you know, a blanket that we have on our bed right now, a lot of papyrus paintings, books, jewelry. He had a Nefertiti head made out of some kind of stone with a light in it, so it was like a lamp. Just many different pieces of jewelry, I would say mostly. Dresses. He really did do a good job of shopping. You know, it's usually what women are great at, but he did bring back a great array of things. And the most valuable was just the videos he was making. And so we would watch the home videos from his VHS tapes. And he was pointing out while he was there, he'd always say, look how these noses are knocked off. They're trying to hide the fact that this is us. You know, we are the Egyptians. These are our people. This is our land. And so, in that 5th grade, maybe I think by then, or 6th grade, we had a report to do. And I just remember King Tut was on the front of a book, and I took some tracing paper and traced all of his numuz and everything in his face, and then colored it in. It was beautiful. And so that definitely solidified my connection with Egypt. I just always knew that that was us. There was just no question about it. And so when I came across At-Sik-Hata's information, of course, that aligned with that. And then, of course, with Chief knowing the same thing and teaching us what he's teaching, and providing these opportunities for us to live this contract, that is just priceless. So much appreciated for all who are here today, especially Chief, and we'll continue to be white. Nanya.
And yes, this is what we have to do, and we have to come down. Shaayuaat. Shaayuaat, can everyone hear me? Wow, I can't. I'm getting
I
no.
can hear you.
There we go. There was no feedback from anyone, but then all of a sudden it just came through. Okay. All right. So my connection to Egypt actually came through At-Sik-Hata Nation of Yamassee-Moors. I came forth to this realm through China because my father was stationed in Vietnam. And while he was in Vietnam, we were in Taipei. My mother and my sister and brother were in Taipei, and that's where I was born. And then I came back to the United States, and we were raised in a small town in Arizona. And so I had no knowledge of self at all. And all I knew back then was how much I was hated because of the color of my skin. And I remember a something that happened when my mother got this house in Huachuca City. We moved into the house, and then she put this little television on top of the dresser in my brother Preston's room, and we turned the TV on, and what was on there was what's his name, Martin Luther King getting sprayed, and it was showing Martin Luther King, but it was showing the dark-skinned people getting sprayed with the hoses and and the dogs attacking the dark-skinned people, right? And we were getting ready to go enroll in school. So I was terrified to go to school because of what I saw on television. And so I went to school and everything, and I got into many fights and had somewhat of a violent upbringing, battling with Amorites. But my connection came because, being that I was living in fear at that time, there was a dude that came over to my house that was friends with my dad, and he introduced us children. I was about 6 or 7 years old. He introduced us children to Earth, Wind, and Fire. And just listening to the music was a form of healing for me because it made me feel comfortable in the violent world that I was living in, where everything was against me. And then when Earth, Wind, and Fire came out with that album called Spirit, where they're all standing on the Sahara, and then they have the white pyramids in the back. Is everyone familiar with the album Spirit by Earth, Wind, and Fire? That's a connection there that I had with Egypt. And then, of course, fast forwarding, learning that we're the ancient Egyptians here through At-Sik-Hata Nation of Yamassee-Moors. So I'm very grateful, eternally grateful, for running into Chief through the algorithm on YouTube that connected me with him. And I'm grateful for all the weekly addresses and things that we went through and learned, all the experiences that we've had. And this is something I'm going to be involved in my transition into the spirit world. So much appreciated to At-Sik-Hata Nation of Yamassee-Moors, much appreciated to Sam, much appreciated to Chief Nanya Shaayuaat and all Autochthons worldwide. Ashuk-Adur.
Chukador, much appreciated for that, Anu. Fabulous. And this just, again, points out that we do have that connection. And so us speaking this is going to bring that reality into existence. Can't be ignored anymore. Yuhuel, go ahead.
Everybody here.
Tua.
I would say connection, of course, skin, nose, lips, and hair. It's in the DNA. Being born in the South, Louisiana, red clay dirt. It was different. Grew up, come through. I would say it really kicked in. The connection was when I heard, as a teenager, Egyptian Lover. I think that set off my codes when I heard Egyptian Lover. Seeing it on TV and cartoons, every time I see the image of depiction of Tamare, of course they was lepers and silliness, whether it was cartoon or whatnot, but it just had a resonation. The codes would go off. But teenage years, Egyptian love, I would say send the codes off. And then as I expanded later on, I would say the X clan influence. And later, continue expanding from there, going up to Ray, coming through the Ray, getting into the Wabu. And then, of course, here we are with the white royals. Much appreciated right now. Shaayuaat, Rasa, for all you do and all the rest of the topics and the ways. Let it be remembered always and let it be known.
Abdur, much appreciated you all. Affairty, go right ahead. Appreciate you all very much.
Greetings all.
Affairty, go ahead.
I got my sinuses back, so I'm good now. Greetings. My connection to Tamare began as a teenager, reading the scrolls of Malachi York, going up to Harlem and buying those scrolls on 25th Street, and I just put my head into it, and it just opened me up to know that I was something different. But I still didn't know about the black, really identifying as white, so we were just stuck on black, trying to find out. So there were two encounters that really put me on the path. I grew up in Manhattan, and I used to go to this deli owned by some Arabs. And the owner, Freddie, oh, hey, little Eddie, because that was my father's name. He always called me little Eddie. He said, hey, let me ask you a question. I said, are you from the Sudan? What are you? And I was like 15, 16, and I didn't even get it. I like put my head back there. What are you talking about? I'm black. But at that instance, he was identifying me as something not black, not knowing what we know now. So that was the first, my DNA started ticking. The second was when I went to, I used to go to Florida. I used to come to Temt-TaBegin almost every other summer because my family from Georgia to Florida, and my auntie and my cousins always having a great time. But one year, my cousin looked at me. It was strange. He just looked at me and said, we Masuki. And I'll just say what you all said, the red clay people. And he smiled at me. And then he gave me this book about the history of Native Americans in Florida, which I still have to this day. And I began to read that. And I said, wow. And then now my journey with you and Baba coming through, how much I appreciate it, because we've come so far. We have much more to do. Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I appreciate the work that I do to help everyone, because we were all damaged. We were all lied to and still being lied to. And now that we know the truth, when you present it to the liars, they get upset because that means everything that they have, their world dissipates. So much appreciated for that, Elder. And Nenter Nafu, go ahead. And this will be the last one because we've got to do the drumming here before we bring in the new Tamaranean year. Go ahead, Nenter Nafu.
Yes, my connection with Tamare, it began when I came back to South Carolina, to be exact, from Virginia. At a younger age. I didn't have knowledge of self at that time. But once I came back to South Carolina back in the early 2000s, something just clicked in me. I just wanted knowledge of self. I was looking at how things were around me and how people was going on and stuff like that, and I just wanted something different. So I just started reading books. The more I read, the more books I read, the more I felt more connected. From the Metroneta, from the Nkupi Ngome, from the Egyptian yoga books by Dr. Mwalimu Ashby, Muta Ashby, to Netta Atunre, to a lot of his books. The Coming Forth by Day, the Gold Book, a lot of different scrolls and stuff like that. African presence in early America, African presence in early Africa, the two Ankh-Amen prophecies, things of that nature. Those books drew me into the culture. And it was like, it's a spiritual thing. Once you feel that connection, it's automatic. And there's no going back. So ever since I've been studying, ever since I've been taking the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding of ancient Kemet, Tamare, I embodied it. And I've been embodying this for the past 20 years. And it's something I would never let go. It's something that I always cherish. And I'm most definitely thankful for the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding of the culture. I'm most definitely thankful and so much humbleness to you, Marku, to Empress Sa, and the At-Sik-Hata nations for Yamassee-Moors. You know, y'all are the only relations that I have encountered that's on this level. Not too many people get to this, could bear with you on this frequency. Could the frequency be so high by us dealing with the ancient? But it's beautiful. I love it. And like Anu said, the algorithms through YouTube, and that's how I came across you, Marku. I came across you through the YouTube channels. And as I was watching your videos, I said, you know what, this is amazing. And that's right around the time too when a lot of the a lot of the stuff was going on with the police was taking off so-called black people. And I was saying to myself, something ain't right. So once I stuck with the culture and I kept with the At-Sik-Hata Nation and Yamassee-Moors, I kept up with your videos, Chief. I continue to read these books. It's a powerful thing. It is something that you can't let go. And it is a connection because you can feel it vibrating through your bones. You can feel it vibrating through all your spirits and your energy. You know what I'm saying? So I adore Tamare. I have all consideration from Tamare. And I'm going to always be a Tamarean. And I'm most thankful for you, Marku. Thankful for you, Sa, and the At-Sik-Hata Nation and Yamassee-Moors. We're going to push this thing forward. And we're gonna keep rolling with the sun. We're gonna roll with Ra to the end. I am a
Much
Tamaran.
appreciated. At Zoom, you are a
I
Tamaran.
am a Tamaran.
You are a Tamaran. Kashikadur.
Kashikadur.
All right, everyone. So what we're going to do here now is get everyone to get their drums before, just to let everybody know that we have the drumming ritual that will be coming up on the 28th of September, which is a Saturday. So be prepared for that. This is the time for those of you that don't have drums, go get your clay pots and start writing. I'll give a mantra that we're going to do, give everyone time to do it. So when we bring in the new year, I'll give everyone what we're going to focus on. And then once we do that, then we'll do the clay pot ritual. And then the cake offering, and then I'll do the Metu Netter for all the Autochthons, what to expect this year. And then play some Senate music and relax and enjoy our Tamarack New Year. All right, so just let me go grab the doofdus. We got about 15 minutes worth to play, and then we're going to count down for the Tamarack New Year. So just hold on one second, everyone. For those that you have your drums, go ahead and get them. For those that have your clay pots, go get those. You can start writing on them as we're drumming. All right, so just hold on a second. Everyone should be able to hear me now? Okay, great. There we go. All right. At Zoom. In sync. Okay, we got 7 minutes. Yes.
Okay, so let's say inscription.
Okay, so what we're gonna do. Spoonie. So what we're gonna do, everyone. Let me just move this camera closer. Spoonie, tell that. So what we're gonna do, can everyone hear? Okay, great. So what we're gonna do is the inscription is for this year for the Nitiru to guide us and fully interact with us in our lives now. What I've been noticing, and I'm sure some of you all have when you watch a lot of these documentaries, these Egyptian documentaries, what you see, Suni, what you see is you keep seeing the same recurring theme that the ancient Tamareans used to call on their ancestors. They would even write the ancestors and write letters for them, even though the relative had died, and they would still write letters to them to communicate with them in the spirit realm. So we are doing what we can to clean up the filth made by the non-submitting fools, and so we are demanding that the Nitru assist us in our duty and be part of our lives and guide us to what we used to do in terms of the mentality, because again, a lot of the documentaries point out that our ancestors had a different approach to things. We're not in an environment that's conducive to us, so therefore we get those effects of not being in proper environment that is beneficial to us in all ways, spiritual, physical, mental, etc. So going to the darkness, going to the Nitru to come into our lives, assist us in our lives and guide us in our lives, send us signs, messages, and by doing that, we will be successful. So, short version, we still got, okay, we got 4 minutes. So short version is stop the blockage from this world connecting, stop the blockage from this world from us being able to connect to you, Nitru. Speak it again. Suni. Now. Okay. So this is what we want to smash and destroy. Stop the blockage from this modern world. Stop the blockage from this modern world. Blocking. Stop the blockage from this modern world from us being able to connect to you. Smoony, now stop the blockage from this modern world from us connecting, from us being able to connect to the Nitru. Now, stop the blockage from this modern world from us being able to connect to the Nitru, to you, Nitru. Let's see how much time. Oh, 1 minute. Okay. All right. Oh, no, I'm looking at the clock here. Can I use that thing?
Yeah, I just came back.
Well, we're gonna count down first and we'll go outside. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna count down based on what we got here. Okay, 20 seconds, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Oh, she gave that name a shout out.
Appreciate that. So this, we got it on time. We got this right on time. It was accurate. Okay, so now everyone get your clay pot. I'm gonna give people about 10 minutes to do the ritual. And then we'll do the cake offering. And some food as well. And then we're gonna do the then I'll do the Metu Netter for autochthons for this coming year, something I've never done. I have the Metu Netter cards, and I will be doing something which hasn't been done, which is I'm gonna use the cards for all white autochthons, even the participants on the webinar, and what type of a year that we expect to have. So I'm just gonna finish my other clay pot, and then we're gonna go out and do our clay pot ritual. So in the meantime, let me play some celebratory music.
piano and you have trouble coordinating your hands, then you're missing.
The heck happened here? There's no ads on this. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, that's the sign right there. Hello, everyone. Here is what we're offering this for the Tamarean. Here, let me just make sure that.
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, I just want to shut the other video off so people can. Just a quick second. All right, so here this is. This is kiwi. They want it already. Blueberry, blackberry, grapes, strawberries, and oranges. So this is what we're offering. We'll put it on our altar. And also, this is the food we got from the Egyptian restaurant. This is some kashori. Oh, you got some of that. Okay, good. That's the with the bread. Yes.
She gave us that.
She gave us this extra? Okay. All right. This is a regional Tamarinian dish from Egypt. The restaurant's here. Let's go. Abdur?
Oh, it's sugar guava juice.
Oh, guava?
Yeah, we'll give them the guava juice as well.
Oh, wait. And we got a cup for that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. We don't need anything, she said. She said it's a twist off. Okay?
Yeah. Really? Maybe the other one was some twist on it. See?
Okay. Yeah. Y'all ready? Oh, you gonna hold the plate?
Yeah, I got it. You hold the plate, okay?
You hold the cup.
Yeah, you hold the cup, Tati. And
Let's
again,
walk over there
yeah, go,
first.
yeah.
Come on.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Do it. You get some cake in a second. I just need you to try so I can run back after we're done. Yeah, you get to hold the cup, okay? No, I wanted you to. I thought she was gonna hold that plate. So you can swap her. You can swap her. Oh yeah. Sit down. Look and feel how's the Allah. You love hard to what and I. Look and feel how's the Allah. You love hard to what and I. Look and feel how's the Allah. You love hard to what and I. Look and feel how's the Allah. You love hard to what and I. Look and feel how's the Allah. You love hard to what and I. Look and feel how you love hard to the bangkat di entertain so power how now kalung wa niteru Napuna Baruka Lihasa Jadut Sano Inin Ata Amulmu Hassa Amun Atyo. Okay, that's garlic shake. Okay.
I'm just gonna do some teaching. I'm just gonna do some teaching.
Tua.
Yeah.
Oh, where's this?
Eat outside. Yeah.
We're cutting the cake, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give some slice to the children first.
Okay, loose that.
That's it.
Okay, this time, wasn't that? To us.
Usually your forks here. Right here.
Or the other. I don't know if he made it busy, so that's what I'm thinking. So I want to call on Terrace. All right. We're gonna have a food break for a quick second. So we've done the clay pot ritual and the cake offering. And so Rawat, Hi-Tep-Jidut-Sana. Happy Tamarind New Year. So I called because I figured you might have been busy. So I said, oh, I didn't see Aunt Terrace. I said, he might have been busy today. So I said, let me just call. So I was thinking of you.
Yeah, we met had a man down.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Okay. That's what I figured. So I said, I'll give you a call because I said, I didn't see Aunt Terrace. Because there's people who just came in and they just let the phone ring so they could listen. So I said, I didn't hear, I don't think Aunt Terrace responded or anything or sent an RSVP. I said, let me give him a call. Oh, you just got in the door, so great timing. Great timing. So we just did the kickoff ritual. We did the clay pot ritual, we did all of that, and so we're just sitting down here to enjoy this fruit cake that we got as an offering, and then I'm gonna do I'm gonna pull some Metro cards in about 15 minutes. Do you want a link? All right, I'll send you the link right now. Let's see, where is my At-Sik-Hata. Oh, here it is. All right, so I'm going to forward to you right now. All right, there you go, Aunt Terrace. All right, you got it. So I'll see you shortly. All right. I'll shut the door. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, you know what? You know what? I think I'm saying we might need to pose this because I think I didn't have the screen big, it was in a small size. So yeah, you do the poses again and recap for the people who missed poses. Here. So here's some of them. So I'm gonna eat, and we will. Once I finish that, I'll go get my Metu cards and I'll do the cards right here. So I'm going to play some, go back to our Nubian brethren, them, and play some music. All right, everyone. I'm back. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to do the metu and pull some cards. Anybody who has this book, you can go get it. If you have the book. If you don't have the book, you can go on you-know-who, Amazon. One second. Okay, so here I have my cards. I'm gonna lay it out. Okay, and there's an invocation that has to be done. So the invocation that's in the book, I went and wrote it down, and certain words I've had to change because the way they used the English didn't match up. So here we go. Temt-Ta, As-Tihuti, Sima, Ankh, Hiru, Asar, Keftaf, Kr, Pui, En Auba, Au In Aret, Saut, Sibau, Hiru In Hitem-Tu, Kefta, Au Nebetcher, Kr, Pui, En Siau, Ha, Zed, Zetu, Anek, Ratin, Atef, Mut, Netir, Ita, Tihuti, Tua, In Metunetir, Paya, Ab, Ani, Tu, Ab, Ani, Tu. So I'm going to write down the question. Temt-Ta, Debur En Haza, Sanuk Li Abyud, Autochthnat.
Uh-huh. See that. Okay, so Geb was the card. So for those who have the Metu-Netter, the first card I just pulled is Geb. And this, what I asked was speak about this year for white Autochthons. And then I'm going to pull the second card, since this was not a Hetep card. Oh, wow. And pull Geb again. And this was a Hetep. If I was to pull this card here first, that would be the end of the reading. Hetep is a positive. That's a positive sign. And when you get a Hetep reading, that's the highest card that you can get. So Geb and Geb Hetep. So now I'm going to go to Geb and do the speaking. Okay. It is seemingly paradoxical that earthly influences, which are the prime sources of our anti-spiritual behavior, should provide man with the prime impulse to his spiritual development. Without the obstructions and demands of our earthly existence, unevolved man will not stir to awaken and bring forth his spiritual powers. In order to properly grasp the meaning of each metut, which is the Geb that I showed, and to utilize the oracle as a guide to spiritual development and mundane success, it is necessary to establish an overview showing how all the deities represented by the metutu, the divination symbols, work together to bring about success on different levels. The absence of such an overview is the major cause of the failure of such oracles as the tarot, the geomancy, cartomancy, etc., to serve as a basis for spiritual initiation. So, shaping factors of success for Geb. On one hand, Geb, positive, corresponds to the mundane event that has been successfully brought about by the will, that has been enlightened by its adherence to the above 10 principles. On the other hand, it corresponds to the physical resources that the life force needs in order to carry out the undertaking. Example, we are counseled when we receive this metut to adhere to the laws of the earth, health, cycles, etc., in order to nourish and maintain the equilibrium of Re, or as stated more eloquently in the metaphoric system, to protect Re from the worms and noxious serpents dwelling in Geb. Now, the shaping factors of failure, Geb, negative, corresponds to the failed mundane undertaking resulting from the violation of the laws of health. So now we're going to go to the overview of Geb. So that those pages, for people who are following along, that was on page 248. Then I went to page 248, and then 255. So page 248 of pages 255. So the Metutu, which is Geb, which represents earth, Geb on page 296. The spiritual counsel. When you receive a Geb reading, you are reminded of the fact that a major component of your spiritual force is sublimated food, water, and oxygen. Adherence to the laws governing health is an essential requirement for the manifestation of spiritual power. This is an important concept to keep in mind, as most people have been misguided by the mistaken belief to the effect that as the physical plane is the effect of the metaphysical forces, the earthly laws need not be observed, as all physical ills can be overcome through spiritual work. There is a dangerous half-truth at work here. You can influence physical events through the power of your life force, commanded by your will, only if you adhere to earthly laws. A Geb reading may also refer to the physical resources, money, labor, capital, energy, friends, etc., that you have or lack for an undertaking. It is also used by the oracle to symbolize the health of an undertaking as well as of the person inquired about. This is, I said, speak about this year for white Autochthons. So it looks like health is the focal point, and this is what we were telling people on the webinar, that being Black is not healthy. So now I'll go to the combined Metutu. Since I pulled 2 Geb cards, now I get to go see what the Geb says on page 351. All of the readings of Geb indicate the interactions between the physical body and the mental emotional faculties. Geb as the first card symbolizes the effect that the deity, the second card, especially the emotions and lifestyle, has upon the health. Geb as the second card symbolizes the effect that the physical health has upon the emotions, and thus the mental activities symbolized by the deity. It is very important to note that oftentimes the oracle will utilize Geb Metutu as metaphors for the state of health of an undertaking. Meditate clearly on all readings. Again, speaking about what white Autochthons for this new year, what to expect, what to anticipate. The question was, speak about this year for white Autochthons. And so now I'm going into the Metutu, which is both of the cards. Oh yeah, because this is Geb, okay, yeah. And there is nothing else with Geb. This is it. So now we go to the suites, and the suites were the 4 open circles on the first card reading, and then the 2 open circles with 2 dots in the circles on the right, which is this is called the Hetep, which is the highest of this. This is the highest of the suites. This one here is going to be, and I'll show everyone the picture so they can see. So as you can see here, this is Hetep, which is the positive card. 2 Ma'at, positive. 2 Chas or 2 Chas is positive. Then the Tem Ma'at is negative, and the Tem Chas is negative. So the 2 Ma'at, which were the open ones that I had pulled, this is the suite for the first Geb card. And when that's pulled, the meaning for 2 Ma'at on page, so this is page 316 and page 364. 2 Ma'at means that the way is opening for the influence of the indwelling intelligence to assist you in your undertaking. You must focus on living, just not knowing the truths and virtues associated with the deity of the reading, which is Geb, which represents earth. Your meditations and rituals must focus on what must be done in order to carry out the counsel of the oracle. And then the second one, of course, was Hetep. And Hetep represents the greatest likelihood of success. You can still fail. However, as it does not predict success without effort, it is like being shackled with a light chain that can be easily slipped off. But you must make the effort. This is why you must always read both the positive and the negative correspondences of a metu. In this case, Geb, it talked about one and the other. There was no positive, negative. Geb is just one. Hetep does not mean the absence of negativity. It means that it is relatively easy to transcend it. So everyone paying attention, if you are put Tua or yes in the chat, whether you are aware of it or not, it means that the way is open for heaven, the indwelling intelligence, to assist you through the faculties represented by the deity of the reading. I cannot overemphasize the need to take note of the fact that the step of considering the suite comes after the study of the correspondences of the cards and its comparison with the significator of the situation. In the above example, we can see the possible catastrophic results that would occur if prior to step 5, the person concluded that because the offset card was Hetep, the reading presaged success in the undertaking. Placed in the proper perspective, it indicates that the individual is likely to succeed as a guard by adapting a Sebek set strategy to the situation. We would be more comfortable, however, for the safety of the guard and the property guarded, if the guard has received a Hiruhuti Hitep or Hiruhuti to Ma'at, etc. All right, and so one last, this is on page 364, and then the one last thing I want to show, or speak rather, on Geb. So this is page 235. Seb or Geb, the god of the earth. It has just begun to dawn in the past decade or so on Western scientists that the manner in which the earth maintains the equilibrium and the fluxes and utilization of water, heat, carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, and the myriad of substances necessary to maintain life resembles so much the picture of the homeostatic functions in living creatures that the science of geology is best redefined as physiology and the earth looked at as a living entity. This emerging science, which considers the earth a living being, is called Gaia. Over 6,000 years ago, they have African Tamarian ancestors called it Geb. Not only did they consider the earth to be alive, they noted that it played a major role in man's spiritual development. As Seb, the divine goose, the earth god, broods upon the egg within which man's earthly experiences unfold, i.e., our earthly life is the embryonic stage of our spiritual development. Is everyone paying attention? The earthly demands, rewards, carrot on the stick, and pressures of existence prod us toward the awakening of our spiritual talents and powers. Recall what was said about our mortality and vulnerability in the discussion of Sakir. In this role as divine Agdawad, Geb is called the Ur-Pau of the gods, or the Nitu rather. That is, it has inherited the role of the deities as the initiator of man's spiritual evolution. This is important as most people think of the earth in terms of its imprisonment of man's consciousness without considering the fact that at the same time it provides the stimulus for escaping it. According to the Pirat Imru, they call it the Book of the Dead, the righteous were provided with words of power that allow them to escape the earth, while the wicked, the materialists, were held fast by Seb. It must be noted that inherent in the function of the earth as the imprisoner of consciousness and Agdawad toward spiritual development is its role as verifier of spiritual development. A proof of spiritual development is the ability to rise above the emotional and sensual influences, which, after all, are expressions of the animal, earthly part of being. The ability to learn independently of externals, i.e., from within. The ability to control or influence earthly events in our bodies and environment through the power of our life force at the command of our will. So that gives you a good or a positive overview of Geb. So let me just move this up now. Oh, let me check the chats. Oh boy, I know the chats are full. So for you Autochtons, yes, you're going to get challenged, and this is part of your spiritual development. There's no, oh, I get white, and that's the end of it. No, you're going to get tested, you're going to get challenged, and this is required in order for you to develop spiritually. So the difficulties and the obstructions are not negative, they are catalysts to motivate men, motivate women, motivate people to what? Develop themselves spiritually. And so everything here, I I haven't no disagreement with this. This is pretty much white Autochthons to know for those who are not in At-Sik-Hata, and for those for At-Sik-Hata, I'm going to pull for At-Sik-Hata, and we'll discuss that on our meeting in a couple days. So first, does anyone have any questions on this Metu-Neter? Go right ahead. No one? All white. So I guess everyone's cool with it. All white. So I'm going to pull for At-Sik-Hata. Let me just make sure that I give everyone that get page was on. So all the difficulties we go through is to motivate us to develop spiritually. And that's why we're carbon. And what does carbon need? Pressure to become a diamond. That's the only way. Uh, 235 for Metu-Neter Volume 1. This is Volume 1. So if you don't have Volume 1, then that's not going to work. You're not going to have, you're not going to see that information. Oh, question down. Temt-Ta. The Buddha and has a Yawumi At-Sik-Hata Amshil Yamassee-Moors. So just pull the first card. And now I'm going to pull the second card. So I appreciate everyone for you troopers and those of you iron people that All right, so I pulled the second card. All right, so those in At-Sik-Hata, when we have our meeting on Thursday, we'll go through the Metu Netter, what I pulled. Any white Autochtons that have any questions on what I pulled, or any questions real quick, you can go right ahead. If not, then that is it. I don't see anything here, so I guess everybody is fully okay. Everyone's paying attention. And I don't. Oh, some in the mail. Oh, well, what we did on the altar moon, that cake, everyone's got a Directly has a piece, so that's offered for everyone. So all of you get a share in that. All right then. So, what is this here? Tauhat Nana and Terrace. So since that's it, everyone have a great shadow hour. Dapa Tawat Mako for everything you are doing and still doing. Yes, you are quite welcome. Everyone is quite welcome. I enjoy doing what I'm doing. Clearly, this is what I was meant to do because I'm doing it. And I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate everyone's assistance. I appreciate all the work everyone does to assist in making what I do go out to throughout the whole world. All right, so everyone have a great shadow hour. Enjoy the rest of Tamare New Year's. Hashuk the door, Hashuk the door, Hashuk the door.